Hello and welcome to the mathematics class. This class is for class 8, second part of chapter 1, that is rational numbers. In the previous class we have studied up to absolute value, but because of some problem absolute value was not complete. So I will start with the absolute value. What is the meaning of absolute value? Any rational number is always written in mod. Whenever any rational number is written in mod, it means it is equal to a positive rational number. It is always equal to a positive rational number irrespective of its sign. Means modulus or absolute value of any rational number is always positive. Whatever value it would have been positive or negative, but always it will come out as positive rational number. For example, I take 11 upon 29 modulus or absolute value. Absolute value of 11 upon 29 can be written as mod of 11 upon mod of 29. So final value is again 11 upon 29. Suppose I take minus 11 upon 29. This will be mod of minus 11 upon mod of 29. That is again 11 upon 29. This negative, when comes out of the modulus, becomes positive. Similarly, I take 11 upon minus 29. That is 11 upon minus 29 mod, and that becomes 11 upon 29. So you have seen in all the three examples, this was a positive rational number, this was a negative rational number, this is again a negative rational number, but finally they are coming as positive. This is positive, positive and positive. So what is the meaning of absolute value? That whatever is there inside the mod, when the mod moves out or when the number moves out of the mod, it becomes positive irrespective of its sign. That's it about absolute value. Now we will be discussing about some properties of rational numbers. Next is about the operations. So we will talk about two operations, addition and subtraction. Whenever we add or subtract two rational numbers, we check their denominators. Suppose I say a upon b plus c upon b. When we are adding or subtracting, it would have been minus also. When we are adding or subtracting two rational numbers, first we see the denominators. If the denominators are same, then what happens? Simply the numerators are added. Means it will become a plus c and denominator is written as common b. Like that. But if it is different, if the two rational numbers are different or having different denominators, suppose I say a upon b plus c upon d, then you can see that the denominators are not equal. So what we will do, we will take the LCM of the denominators. We will try, the first concept is to make the denominators equal. So their LCM will be b times d. Now bd is divided by d, you will get d. d times a is d into a plus bd divided by d is b. b times c is bc. So final value will be ad plus bc upon bd. I will take example over here. Let's take 9 upon 11 plus 5 upon 11. These are the rational numbers with same denominators. So here simply the LCM will be 11 and 9 and plus 5, that is 14 upon 11. That's it. Now in this case I am taking a rational number, let's say 2 upon 3 plus 5 upon 7. In this case, the LCM will be 21. So 21 is the LCM. 21 divided by 3 is 7. 7 times 2 is 14. Plus 21 divided by 7 is 3. 3 times 5 is 15. So it comes out to be 29 upon 21. Now you can see the difference. In this the denominators were same. So we simply added the numerator part and we wrote the denominator. Simple thing. But in this case, when the denominators are different, we will take the LCM and then we will solve it out. So this is the final value. Now we move on to the properties. There are 5 properties that we will be discussing. We will be discussing about properties of addition, properties of subtraction, properties of multiplication, and properties of division. Now the next is properties. So in the properties, first we will discuss properties of addition. First property is closure property, then commutative property, then associative property, then property of zero, or it is also known as additive identity, and then negative, existence of negative, right? So first, what is closure property? If in a set of rational numbers, always if you take any two rational numbers, whatever comes as the value AQ plus BP upon BQ is also a rational number. What is the meaning of closure property? If you add two rational numbers, whatever value you get, that is again a rational number. Example, I take 1 upon 2 plus 1 upon 3. When you add, the LCM will become 6. This will become 3 plus 2, that is 5 upon 6. So 5 upon 6 is also a rational number. 1 upon 2 is also a rational number. 1 upon 3 is also a rational number. Means when you add two rational numbers, 1 upon 2 and 1 upon 3, finally you are getting again a rational number. So what is the meaning of closure property? If you add any two rational numbers, you will again get a rational number. This is the closure property. Next is commutative property. What is commutative property? If you take two rational numbers, A upon B plus C upon D, that will be equal to C upon D plus A upon B. Means addition of any two rational numbers, does not depend on their order of addition. Means if you write A upon B plus C upon D, same value you will get as C upon D plus A upon B. I am taking the same example. Let's say 1 upon 2 plus 1 upon 3, you will get 5 upon 6. Either you take 1 upon 3 and 1 upon 2, you will again get 5 upon 6. Next is commutative property, associative property. Next is associative property. What is the meaning of associative property? I am taking three rational numbers. Let's say A upon B plus C upon D plus E upon F is equal to A upon B plus C upon D plus E upon F. You can see in the first part I have added first two, and then final result is added to the third one. And in the second part I have added the last two and the final result is added to the first one. Means associative property means if there are three rational numbers and you want to add them, or they are supposed to be added, then whichever way you group them does not matters at all. Suppose I say 1 upon 2 plus 1 upon 3 plus 1 upon 4. I take this 1 upon 2 plus 1 upon 3 first. So this will become 5 upon 6 plus 1 upon 4. Their LCM will be 12. This will become 10 and 3. That is 13 upon 12. This is one part. And in the second part I am taking 1 upon 2 plus 1 upon 3 plus 1 upon 4. So here it will become 7 upon 12 plus 1 upon 2. LCM will be 12. That is 6 plus 7. That is again 13 upon 12. Means either you group first two and then add to the third one, or you group last two and add to the third one. this grouping order does not matter at all. Final result will be same in both the cases, whichever way you group them. Now, next point is about additive or identity or zero. What is this additive identity? Additive identity means always in rational numbers, there exists a number 0. It is of that type that if it is added to any number, let's say P upon Q, if this is added to P upon Q, result will be same rational number. So 0 is also known as additive identity for rational number for addition. For addition in rational numbers, 0 is known as additive identity. Suppose I say minus 5 upon 9 plus 0 will give you again minus 5 upon 9. So what is this 0? This is additive identity. This is additive identity for rational numbers. Next is negative. Negative means there in the set of rational numbers, there always exists a rational number such that if it is added to the given number, it gives back the additive identity. Suppose I say P upon Q is a rational number. It means in the set of rational number, there would have been a number like minus P upon Q. In the set of rational numbers, there exists a number minus P upon Q such that when these two are added, you will get 0 or additive identity. Suppose I say 5 upon 9 is a rational number. It means also that minus 5 upon 9 is also a rational number. And this also exists in the complete set of rational numbers such that if we add these two, you will get a number 0 or you will get additive identity. Means for any rational number, there always exists a negative rational number which when both of them are added, you will get additive identity or 0. I hope this would have been clear to you. Now we will move on to the properties of subtraction for rational numbers. Now subtraction, properties of subtraction. So let's discuss a little bit about subtraction. Suppose we are subtracting A upon B and minus C upon D and minus C upon D. Wait. Suppose we have A upon B minus C upon D. It means that A upon B is added to the additive inverse of C upon D, because minus C upon D will be additive inverse of plus C upon D. So the difference of the subtraction of two rational numbers means one rational number plus additive inverse of other rational number. Now we move on to the closure property. What is the meaning of closure property? Again, if there are two rational numbers A upon B and other is minus C upon D, it means whatever value you will get, I think you will get AD minus BC upon BD. Whatever value you will get, that will again be a rational number. Then commutative property does not hold, associative property does not hold, rest none of the properties hold for subtraction. Now we will move on to the properties of multiplication. In subtraction you have to just remember this much. If we are subtracting any two numbers, it means one number will be itself and other will be the sum of its additive inverse, like this. And closure property means if you subtract any two rational numbers, whatever value you will get, that will be again a rational number. Let's take an example also. 1 upon 2 minus 1 upon 3, LCM will be 6. 3 minus 2, that is 1 upon 6. So 1 upon 6 that you are getting is again a rational number. Therefore, it follows the closure property, but commutative and associative it does not follows. Now we'll move on to the properties for multiplication. Now the next is about properties of multiplication. So first of all, we will discuss about the how we multiply two given rational numbers. Suppose it is a upon b into c upon d. So simple thing, numerators are multiplied to the numerators and denominators are multiplied to the denominators, and upon sign is already there. Means a into c will be ac, b into d will be bd. Suppose I take 1 upon 2 into 3 upon 5. So 3 times 1 is 3 and 5 times 2 is 10. That is the value. This is simple, very simple. What we do is simply numerators are multiplied and denominators are multiplied. In between there is a upon sign. That's it. Now, what is a closure property? Again, if there are two rational numbers and they are multiplied, you will get back again a rational number. You can see as this. This was a rational number 1 upon 2. Second rational number 3 upon 5. They are multiplied. You are getting one more rational number 3 upon 10. Means it follows the multiplication, follows the closure property. Or closure property holds good in multiplication for rational numbers. Then commutative property, again a upon b into c upon d is equal to c upon d into a upon b. Again the same thing, that order does not matters in multiplication. You write 2 into 3 is equal to 6, or you write 3 into 2 is equal to 6. So in any case, order does not matters. Therefore, commutative property holds good for multiplication in rational numbers. Then it is associative property. Again you take a upon b into c upon d into e upon f is equal to a upon b into c upon d into e upon f. Either you group first two or you group last two, but final value will remain same. In this, as you study in addition, associative property holds good for multiplication in rational numbers because grouping does not matter. Suppose I take 1 upon 2 into 2 upon 3 into 3 upon 4. If I multiply these two, 2 and 2 will cancel. We will get 1 upon 3 into 3 upon 4. That will be again 1 upon 4. In the second case, I take 1 upon 2 into 2 upon 3 into 3 upon 4. I am taking these two first. So 3 and 3 cancel. 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. It is 1 upon 2 into 1 upon 2. That finally comes to be 1 upon 4. Means in both the cases you can see the final answer is same. Final answer is 1 upon 4. Here also final answer is 1 upon 4. Means grouping does not matters, and therefore it is said that associative property holds good for multiplication in rational numbers. Next is your multiplicative identity. What is multiplicative identity? In the previous one you have studied about additive identity. And what was the additive identity? Additive identity was 0. Now multiplicative identity is a number which exists in the set of rational numbers, such that any rational number multiplied to multiplicative identity gives back the same rational number, and that multiplicative identity is 1. For example, I take a rational number p upon q. By which number should I multiply it to get back p upon q? Obviously your answer will be 1. So 1 is the multiplicative identity for rational numbers, and this one exists in the set of rational numbers. Means what is multiplicative identity? There is a number in the set of rational numbers such that if it is multiplied to any rational number, gives back the same rational number. Suppose you say 2 upon 3 into 1 will be 2 upon 3, or you take any rational number, you multiply it by 1, you will get back the same rational number. It means multiplicative identity exists in the set of rational numbers. And what is multiplicative identity for rational numbers? That is 1. Next property is multiplicative inverse. Suppose I say P upon Q. What is to be multiplied to P upon Q to get 1 or to get multiplicative identity? So your answer will be simply inverse of this, that is Q upon P. So this Q upon P is known as multiplicative inverse. Means in set of rational numbers there always exists a number which multiplied to a given number gives back additive identity. Suppose I say, let's talk about multiplicative inverse. What will be the multiplicative inverse of 5 upon 11? Its multiplicative inverse will be multiplicative inverse. Its multiplicative inverse will be 11 upon 5. Suppose I say minus 5 upon 11. Its multiplicative inverse will be 11 upon minus 5. Just reciprocate it, because these when multiply to its, then you will always get 1. Minus 5 cancel, 11 cancel, you get 1. 11 and 11 cancel, 5 and 5 cancel, you get 1. Suppose I say what will be the multiplicative inverse of 5 upon minus 11. So what will be your value? Minus 11 upon 5. Why? Because minus 11 upon 5, minus 11 will cancel, 5 and 5 will cancel, you will get 1. So what is the meaning of multiplicative inverse? That in the set of rational numbers there always exists a number which when multiplied to a given rational number gives you the multiplicative identity or gives you value as 1. Now one more property is there, that is distributive property of multiplication over addition. Next is distributive property of multiplication over addition. Let's take A upon B into C upon D plus E upon F. Now this is addition, this is multiplication. So when we open the bracket, what we do, this A upon B is multiplied to C upon D, then plus sign, then again A upon B is multiplied to E upon F. This is known as distributive property of addition, of multiplication over addition. Means it will be A upon B into C upon D plus A upon B into E upon F. Let's take an example. 1 upon 2 into 3 upon 4 plus 5 upon 6. So this can be written as 1 upon 4 into 3 upon into 5 upon 6. So you multiply, 3 into 1 is 3, 4 2s are 8, plus 5 1s are 5, 6 2s are 12, and later on the LCM will be 24, 8 3s are 24, 3 3s are 9, plus 12 2s are 24, 5 2s are 10, it becomes 19 upon 24, and here if you solve them, here the LCM will be 12. So you take 12, 4 3s are 3 3s are 9, 6 2s are 5 2s are 10, and into 1 upon 2, it becomes 9 and 10, 19. 1 upon 2 into 19 upon 12, that finally becomes 19 upon 24. So this value and this value are same. It means that multiplication is distributive over addition. That finishes off all your properties of multiplication. There are a few properties of division, and that will finish off with your chapter. Okay, I hope you would be familiar with the properties of division for rational numbers, but still it is in the syllabus, so I am explaining it again. Let's say that there are two rational numbers, A upon B and division C upon D. So what it can be written as A upon B into inverse of, we generally write it as D upon C. It means that A upon B into inverse of C upon D. Suppose you say 1 upon 9 divided by 5 upon 9. So that can be written as 1 upon 9 into 9 upon 5. We have reciprocal, we have inverse. This you can see 9 upon 5 is inverse of 5 upon 9, and then I have multiplication sign. So 9 and 9 will cancel, final value will be 1 upon 5. So that is all about the rational number chapters that was there in your syllabus, and I expect everybody to practice the questions, and in case there is any doubt, you can just write the exercise name and question number, and we will be discussing here in this virtual class. Thank you. Have a nice day. Stay home, stay blessed, and please subscribe also. Thank you.